Hello everybody, Neil Graham with Phoenix Rising here, and this video is specifically designed for those volunteer coaches coaching preschool and the kindergarten age groups. So this will be sent out to you as well in a PDF, so you can review it as you watch this video or before or after. So I'll not read everything in this little sort of 4 or 5 slides, but let you read through it yourself. But the first piece of it talks about the general characteristics of these kids that are typically 4 or 5 years old. For me, the biggest takeaway, the biggest adjustment you may have to make is your expectations if you're new to coaching this age group. Key things are their attention span is minimal. So if you start talking too much, you've lost them after 20-30 seconds. Everything's got to be short and sweet. Get them moving, get them running around, get them having fun. As I say, that attention span at this age is just isn't there. It is a super fun age group to coach. There will be so many genuinely funny things happen during practice and games, and laugh. It's okay, it's fun. They're going to kick it in their own goal. They're going to have meltdowns. They're going to be more interested in the dog on the other side of the park than they are soccer. You'll spend half your time tying shoelaces. It's all good. That's what this age group is all about. So another kind of thing to keep in mind in terms of expectations is kids at this age have zero concept of what teamwork is. They're not going to pass the ball. If it's 3v3, it's not really 3v3, it's whatever player has the ball against the other 5. If it's 4v4, same deal, whatever player has the ball is played against the other 7. They're not going to pass the ball, they just want to get the ball, dribble, try and score. Again, that's okay. So don't even consider trying to teach positions or the notion of passing, as I say. They're not there yet, they're not ready. This age is more just have fun, get them used to dribbling the ball, can they kick the ball, preferably towards the other goal, and try and score a goal. So that's kind of setting your expectations at the right level for this age group is key. Things you can expect here, I'll let you read through that once you see the PDF, but there are just a bunch of stuff here that will hopefully, I'm sure after your first practice or two, you will very much be able to relate to the ideas and notions up here. So when it comes to a typical session that you might want to do for this age group, I'd say if you get 30 minutes, 45 minutes out of them for a practice, you've done really well. Anything more than that, and they're probably, you might get an hour if you're lucky, but I think 30 minutes for the preschool and 45 for the kindergarten age is probably about perfect. And you really want to spend as much time just playing fun games, theme games, whether you use a kids movie, whether it's a Finding Nemo theme or a Shrek. I used to always use that for obvious reasons. Whatever theme or kids movie or something to engage them and get their head thinking about, rather than a quote-unquote drill where you're saying dribble to that corner and dribble back. So anything you can do to engage their imagination, make it fun, and obviously at this age every player should have a ball pretty much all of the time at practice, just constant repetition of getting familiarity, touches on the ball, getting comfortable with it. So vast majority of the time everybody's got a ball, whatever activity is you're doing. Let's see, things to consider here. If it's not fun, then the kids will get bored quickly. So I'd suggest that you try and do whatever you can to make it as fun as possible and keep them engaged and keep them buzzing, and then you'll achieve a lot more. The golden rule we have for all age groups is the 3 L's. Avoid the 3 L's. Those are laps, lines, and lectures. No soccer player ever has enjoyed being asked or being involved in the 3 L's, so avoid those. And it's just a case of reminding yourself they're 4 or 5 years old. What is age appropriate for those age groups? the notion of you know, playing positions, waste of time, passing the ball, waste of time, yelling spread out, spread out, spread out. They're just going to keep coming back to the ball, keep coming back to the ball. That's okay, that's just where they are. This will come in time. Once we get to first, second grade, they'll start to understand more the idea of spreading out and maybe having more of a team shape, maybe starting to pass the ball. This age group, don't worry about that too much. In terms of the rules for the little guys, for the preschool and the kindergarten, there are no referees. At first grade, we do have referees. So for you guys, one coach can be on the field if you want. You don't have to be, and it's probably better if you can't be, but you kind of officiate it. Not that there's much officiating required, but the preschool play 3v3, 6-minute quarters, kindergarten play 4v4, 8-minute quarters. There's no penalty kicks, there's only indirect free kicks, there's no throw-ins, just kick-ins, there's no goalkeepers, and you know, these are kids are so young. Let's not worry if, for example, if this is your field here, if the ball goes a couple of feet out of bounds here or here, and somebody can dribble it back in, just let them play. Use some common sense. You know, if the ball goes a couple of inches out of play, we don't need to be bringing it to a grinding halt and then the whole rigmarole of put the ball on the line and then try and find somebody to kick it in. It's kind of just wasting time, really. So sometimes better to have a chat with the opposition coach before the game, just to kind of make sure you're both on the same page or stuff like that. But that would be our suggestion, is that the more often the ball's in play and the kids are running around and active in these short little games, the better. So that's how it should work on game day. Hopefully everybody has a good sense of perspective, and it should just be a lot of fun watching these kids running around trying to score and hopefully really starting to find a love for the game. So that's how we would suggest you go about coaching the preschool and kindergarten age groups.